We climbed the stairs to catch the train. I looked at the wooden barrier separating the platform from the street below. What? Do they even know how easily a child not quite 6, could slip through and fall? A long way, by the way, to the street. I reached for my mother's hand and turned towards the track. There is no barrier separating them from the platform. It's the week before Christmas and my mother is taking me to see Santa Claus. This is my first train trip. The train rattles up to the platform, the doors open, I grip her hand more tightly and step carefully but firmly into the car. We did see Santa Claus that day, and I'm sure I enjoyed it, but often the journey is far more memorable than the destination. This is also true of Christmas season of my childhood, largely concentrated into the 24-hour period beginning Christmas Eve morning with the smells of the Christmas dinner preparation, pies, turkey stuffing, and a birthday cake for a 5, very soon to be 6-year-old child. But the real season won't begin until that evening with decorating the tree. I wait and eye the closet door while listening to, more than watching, traditional TV shows. Oh, lady, I-ho, I'm Hard Rock, I'm Coco, I'm Joe. Hard Rock drives Santa's sleigh. Coco navigates. Santa really doesn't need Joe, the smallest of the 3, but he just loves him so. That is so nice. I'm small too. And Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, his true worth will shine through tonight. As the 7th of 8 children, this gives me hope. Oh, and in the closet, 2 faded, wrinkled cardboard boxes. One holds the deflated skins of skeletons, witches, pirates, and ghosts. The spirits of Halloween huddled, now sulking and waiting impatiently till next year to be reanimated by children on a mission. But today it's the Christmas box, filled with tinsel and ornaments, that's waiting. In the late afternoon, I step outside to see if it looks like snow, and I wait for my father. We were envious of our neighbor, Wayne Wandersea, when his family decorated their tree on Thanksgiving. Now, on Christmas Eve, I watch as they drag the dried, brown, needleless trunk to the alley. Just as my father arrives, a very proud tree tied to the top of his car. I race ahead of him into the house and drag the box from the closet. The decorating begins. I put my ornament, a plasticine Santa Claus with white beard and white lining to his red coat and black boots, given to me on the day of my birth, almost 6 years ago, by Dr. Fallon, who delivered most of the soon-to-be 13 children. My ornament, not ours. There is a knock on the door. My mother opens it to Lucky, our lovely crossing guard, about 50 years old. I almost do not recognize her as she is not wearing the blue serge uniform. With Lucky around, you knew someone benevolent is in charge, and the world is safe. To my knowledge, she has never visited us before. Lucky declines the invitation to come in. They chat briefly. She hands a very large wrapped box to my mother, who thanks her quietly. Neither seems happy. What is it, I ask when my mother enters. You'll find out in the morning. I awaken early to a scent of pine and roasting turkey and hurry downstairs to the small living room. The tree is lit, and while many presents are spilling out from under it, the box that Lucky brought is the one commanding all attention. It is opened last. Even my older, jaded brothers are awed. It is a complete Lionel train set. We, and when I say we, I mean my older brothers, spend the afternoon setting it up on a plywood table in the basement, largely a storage area for the family business. I stand on a 5-gallon bucket to get a better view of the flashing light of the engine as it circles the figure-8 track. I see and smell the smoke from the smokestack after my brother drips a few drops of oil in it. When it's my turn to activate the switch for the whistle, I lean forward. The bucket tips slightly and the lid gives way, and yes, I do sink to my knees in tar, and I begin to cry. My brother instructs me to take off my clothes, and he carries me upstairs with the promise that I can operate the train by myself after I am cleaned up. That night, as I lie in bed, reliving the day, anticipation fully satisfied, my brother Bill enters the next bedroom, which he shares with Joe. "Joe, Mom just told me that Lucky bought the train for her grandson," he says. "Why did she give it to us?" Joe asks. "He died. He was 6 years old, leukemia." Oh. I didn't think this then, but I felt it. Even Lucky couldn't hold on to him as he slipped through the barrier just before Christmas.